I am in a slump. So what do I mean when I say I'm in a slump? To me it means I'm not getting the joy and fulfillment out of the things that used to give me joy and fulfillment. I want to do this video to see if I can get out of it. It's been going on, I'd say, for about a month now. We're gonna do a few things in this video. I'm gonna come up with ways to help myself get out of this little slump, but I'm also gonna look to people for advice. I started following some of that advice today. Some advice when you're in a slump is to go outside. So today I went to a little park by a lake and they have a little cafe there, so I got myself a little treat to try and perk my mood up. Another piece of advice is to reread a favourite. It took me a long time to decide what I wanted to reread, but the thing that kept popping up for me was Throne of Glass. So I got Throne of Glass on my Kindle and I went to this little park and I had a little treat and I read the first chapter and I had a really lovely time. But that was a little while ago and I haven't picked up the book since getting back home. So what I want to do next is to try and jump on the editing bandwagon. Once I've done that, I'm going to let myself read a little bit more. I think reframing reading as a reward is going to really help me want to do it. I get to read. I get to spend my time with a book, and with a good book. Nothing went to plan. I couldn't edit until I'd done all the file organization. I ended up editing for about an hour, and I did indeed reward myself with some reading. Did I only read 20 pages? Yes. Is that 20 more pages than I have been reading recently? Also yes. I think we're in a more is better than none. Some is better than none situation. But I'm hoping that I'll read a little bit more. I want to view it as I get to curl up and read this evening. I get to be in a tiny ball with a cup of tea and read some of my book. And that sounds really appealing right now. The slump is slumping. I don't know what to do about it. I didn't read anything yesterday. Give me a second. Let me tell you about it. Yesterday, I did nothing. Absolutely no reading. Today, I did read. I listened to the audiobook of Throne of Glass, and I got a third of the way in. But I don't feel like any of it is actually going into my brain. It feels like someone's whispering it to me, and I'm only picking up on half of what's being said at any one time. So I'm going to keep Throne of Glass as an audiobook, but I am going to try and start a new book that I don't know, because I wonder if one of the reasons I'm not taking everything in is because I already know what's going to happen. So my brain doesn't have to pay that much attention to get the gist of what's going on. Oh, hello. You're right in the way. I guess this is how I'm updating you. I didn't do any of the things I said I would. I watched Criminal Minds instead, but I had a nice time. Today has been much better. I decided that I needed some assistance with focusing, so I put on some of Gavin's old reading sprints. I decided to pick up Confessions on my Kindle by that person, Kane Minato, for a few reasons. One, it's a thriller mystery thing, and I thought a change in genre would be good. And the other reason I picked it up is because Kayla from Books and Lala had done this for a book club, her book club, the Literary Dead book club, and I love the book club, so it encourages me to get through the book so that I can go and watch the book club. And it's also quite short, so I felt like that was a good motivator for me to get through it. I'm actually feeling pretty kind of inspired to read. I guess the question is, did Gavin fix my slump? Is he magic? That's the question. Okay. I feel bad because I haven't spoken to you in freaking ages. And it's because I'm still slumping. So I think last time I talked to you, I just managed to finish Confessions and I was like, yes, the world is changing. I am becoming one with the books. And then I didn't pick up another book. Absolutely just not a single page read for like weeks. And then I was like, okay, just pick a book and try. Just try, Aileen. Just give it a go. So I picked up Hammerjang Luck. And I did, in fact, read it. It took me about a week. It took me about a week to read this book. And I enjoyed it. I did have a good time. I gave it 3.75. It was almost a 4. But this was a book that I was really looking forward to reading. And it did help. It did help. It didn't fix me, but it did help. So then I decided to create a TBR so that I could be less whelmed by the amount of choice that there was and just narrow it down to a few books to pick from. So I filmed a video of the TBR, should be up by now. You might have already seen it, but that helped as well. That did help as well. So beginning of April, I picked up The Maid and I read it in 3 days, which is progress, I think. I have mixed feelings about it. I ended up giving it a 3-star. I think that's a fine rating for it. I kind of don't want to talk about it right now because I have quite complicated feelings about it and I don't want to get into that right at this second. I probably will talk about it more in some kind of wrap up. I finished that a couple of days ago, I think. Maybe the day before yesterday. So I'm now going to return to my TBR, which I have here on my little trolley. And I'm actually going to pick up Illuminae. This is a book that I was really excited for because I've heard just great things about it, and it's mixed media, and it's sci-fi, and I love all those things. The text is tiny. Oh, I didn't realise that. And it is quite a chunk. It is like nearly 600 pages, or just over 600 pages, which is a lot, but I think that some of them are, yeah, it's not all like 600 pages of just pure text. There's text messages and emails and interesting kind of graphic text like this. So it's not 600 pages of pure tiny text. But this is what I'm going to pick up next. And having that little TBR over there, it's been really helpful just for my brain to just come to decisions quicker and not feel quite so overwhelmed by all the possible options and trying to find the most perfect one for helping me with this slump. It's been good for just like, oh, these are some books I'm excited for. Just pick one, you'll probably enjoy it. I was trying to read every day in April, and then I didn't read yesterday. So I failed that on day 5. But yeah, I'm going to start Illuminae. I'm really excited about that. Yay for me. I don't know what's happening here, but that shouldn't be there. I've been filming this video for so long that I don't even know what it is anymore. I think it's me trying to get out of a slump. I'm on day 11 of a reading streak, which means I have read every single day for 11 days. I think the last I spoke to you was about The Maid, and then I told you I was going to pick up Illuminae, which I did, and I read it in 3 days, and it was great. It was 5 stars. Loved it. Loved it. Did I think about immediately picking up the next one, Gemini? Yes. but I decided to control myself. I don't need to spend that money right now. So I decided to pick up another book from the ever so exciting TBR. So I picked up the 5th season, and I have now been reading it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Today will be the 5th day of reading it. So I am reading it quite slowly. It is absolutely melting my brain. There's a lot about it that is, it's not confusing, it's just kind of vast. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of different stories, there's a lot of different civilizations and cultures and belief systems and all that kind of stuff. There's just a lot going on. So it feels like quite a difficult read, which isn't necessarily something I need right now, but I am starting to quite enjoy it. But does this mean I'm out of the slump? If I've read every day for 11 days straight, if I've finished multiple books, does that mean the slump is over? I don't even know anymore. I don't know what the goal is. So how do I know if I've met it? What day are we at? Wednesday. I'm going to give myself till Monday, and I'm going to see if I can read between today and Monday. So that's today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for 5 days. If I can read, we're going to say I'm out of the slump. That's the goal. Lofty, maybe, but the goal nonetheless. This is the end of the video. I'm out of the slump. I didn't do what I said I was going to do, but I am reading. I don't think anything I did had any effect on my slump. The best thing I did was creating that like exciting TBR. I read 4 out of the 6 books so far. I like some, I didn't like some, but it gave me something fun to go back to every single time I had to choose a book, and it made choosing something feel less overwhelming. I wanna show you the stack of books that I read since speaking to you last. So that's 4 full-length books, 2 graphic novels, and a non-fiction transcript of some lectures. So in the last couple of weeks, this is what I've managed to read, and it's much more on par with the amount that I would normally read, and I'm very happy to be out of my little slump. I did also listen to an audiobook. So everything's looking good. Everything's looking better. I feel out of my slump now. I understand that there's no way to quantify that other than the fact that I'm reading and I'm enjoying it. If you're in a slump, I'm sorry that this video probably wasn't particularly helpful. I didn't do many tips and tricks to get out of it, but I think that that is the reality of being in a reading slump, is that it probably will just resolve itself with time. You just need to take a break, and eventually something will inspire you to go back to it. It took me 2 months to get over this slump. I've been filming for at least a month, so I hope that this video makes sense, because I have no idea what I filmed initially. And I won't know until I edit it all together. So I hope this video made sense. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're happy for me. If you could like and subscribe and comment, that would be lovely. And I'll see you next time.